Alright, let's trim up this beautiful Angus brisket that I picked up from Restaurant Depot. We're going to be trimming this up for a catering job. So first thing first, we're going to cut off this part right here, cutting it off at a 45-degree angle. And then we're going to take off this fat and silver skin from the flat. If you kind of take your knife, just put it a little bit under there, and then you're able to cut it off without going deep into the meat. If you want to leave some of that silver skin on, certainly you can. I prefer to take off all of it, if not most of it, just so that way you're able to get a good bark all the way around that brisket. All right, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to flip it over, and then we're going to cut off some of this mohawk, cutting it off at a 45-degree angle. And then we're going to start rounding off that point, trimming off some of that fat, rounding it off. I prefer to try to get a brisket aerodynamic so it cooks evenly. You're able to get a beautiful bark all the way around it. And then if you're going to be trimming it, make sure you don't leave any kind of divots. That's where you can get that puddling in that brisket. You want that moisture to come on and run right off that brisket, so that way you can get a good consistent bark all the way around. You're going to trim very slow, taking off all that hard fat, trying to get down to that nice pillowy 1/4 of an inch fat or so all the way around. Anything that's hanging off, or you can pull up, go ahead and cut that off. And just kind of keep feeling. If you feel any hard spots, trim off a little bit at a time. Right here, there is a big fat pocket here that you do need to get out, so that way it looks real good presentation wise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut off more of this mohawk, again 45-degree angle. You can see some of that fat still on there. Go ahead and cut that off. Left some part hanging. Went ahead and cut that off so that way it didn't burn. I'm just going to kind of keep trimming it till I get about 1/4 of an inch of fat all the way around. Round off the edges, round everything off. Give this trim a try. Let us know what you think. Alright, continue to round everything off to get a good consistent shape all the way around. I went and rounded off to cut off that tendon part that you saw at the beginning of it. You don't want to serve that to someone. And look at this brisket, look how the trim come out.